Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, well, hence the good morning, because it's early, because we're doing this big ass brisket, 16-pound prime, USDA prime, full packer brisket. Let me bring it on down here, see what we got going so far. So I already trimmed it. I trimmed it so it's got about, a ½ inch of fat on the fat cap over here. Already seasoned that top side. But let me show you how we're going to do the rest. So it's pretty simple. Like a lot of things I've done, it's salt, pepper, garlic, rub. Very Texas style, not getting too crazy. You want to go on with this pretty liberally because it's a 16-pound piece of meat, so you gotta go heavier than you think you would. It's not gonna make it salty or overly peppery. You gotta trust me. After that, I'm gonna go on with a little more pepper. And as I've said before, why they call it a rub, I don't know, but you don't rub it in. You press it down. So yeah, rubs, don't rub it. Oh Lord. So I'm gonna go in with a little, this is a Heath Rouse brand. I'm not sponsored or nothing, but dude, hit me up. But I'm gonna go on with this pecan barbecue rub. I like the flavors. I'm not going to go too heavy with this. Pretty light. As I said, pat it in. You got all this leftover seasoning on your cutting board, use it. Roll it over and get all your sides. So you're not wasting it. And the sides need love too, man. Food's three-dimensional, man. It's not flat. You gotta season the sides, top, bottom. Okay, once you're to that point, and you got brisket hands, which ain't a bad thing. Excuse me. We're gonna let this sit on the countertop here for a little bit. Just let that rub all sweat in. Get all nice and incorporated. Get everybody nice and happy. I'm gonna throw it on the pit. I'm starting a little later than I wanted to. I made a podcast with a few of my buddies. We were up kind of late doing that. So yeah, I may have had too many adult beverages. Maybe. Hence the White Russian. That's good. All right, so we'll let this sit on the countertop for about 15 minutes. And we're gonna throw in the smoker, and I'll see you back then. Well, hello everyone. So we're back, and it's a different day. Yesterday ended up having an issue with the Weber smoke fire. It lit, then it overfed the fire pot. It's the second time it's happened right now. I'm pretty pissed off. I know there's issues with the thing. I knew when I got it. So I'm gonna have to contact Weber, see what they're gonna do about that. See if it's just, I still have the first Gen 1, and I think there were some issues with that with the auger. So that might be an issue. So after I got it all cleaned out yesterday, got the fire pot all cleaned out, it was pretty much too late to do the brisket. I didn't want to risk it, of being way too late to do for dinner that yesterday. So we're doing it today. So I got the Weber all cleaned up inside, and got the auger from unjamming, or whatever the problem was. Got it up to 300 degrees. And we got the brisket in here, 16 pounds, where it was before the trim. Salt, pepper, garlic rub, a little bit of Eat Riles pecan rub, not a lot. And then when we start basting, we're gonna use some of this Kosmo Q brisket mop. And I'm gonna mix it, I don't know, we'll see. I was thinking maybe just 50-50 with some beef stock. Yeah, that's where we're at. So when I start getting her mopped, I'll bring you guys back then. Oh, I did want to mention that the brisket is, I'm starting fat cap down, and I might rotate it throughout the cook. I got a grease pan underneath the brisket, so I'm gonna just have to monitor it and see it, which seems like it's getting hotter. The heat's coming from the top to the bottom, so I'll let you know when I know. See ya. Welcome back, everybody. So this brisket's been on about 4 hours. I've been mopping it probably about every hour or so. I thought I'd bring you in and see you, let you see what the progress is. I know what's at, but now I gotta show you. That's the whole point of making a YouTube video, right? Let's go take a look. So it's 4 hours in. Bark's setting up really good. The rub. But let's go in and get a little of this mop sauce on here. I'm gonna bring you along. So like I said, I got this Kosmo Q brisket mop, and I mixed it with halfway with water, about half the jar. So about half the jar of the brisket mop, and I don't know, maybe about a cup of water. Now you just want to kind of, you don't really want to brush it on, because you don't want to brush off any of the rub you put on. So they call it mopping. I don't have one of those fancy mop things, but I usually just get some of the rub, using some of the mop, and I just plop it down on here. Just like so. It's getting nice and dark. Developing a really good crust. Really happy about that so far. And right now we're at 140 degrees. So in about 20 more degrees, it hits that about 160, 165. That's where I'm going to wrap it in tinfoil. Now, you know, it's not really a temperature. You know, it's kind of like a guideline, but when you can wrap in foil or butcher paper as soon as your rub is set, pretty much. But wait till about 160. That's when you want to start testing. I can tell from now the rub is set pretty good, so I think I'll be good at 160, and I'll push to that stall part without even having to worry about it. So yeah, so far so good, man, and I'm super excited. It's going to be a good dinner tonight, and when we do the wrap, I'll bring you guys back on for that. We'll see you then. All right, we are back at kind of like one of the big spots when you're doing a brisket. You gotta get it wrapped. I reached a stall. It's barely gone up a couple degrees here in the last like 30 minutes. That's kind of one of the ways you can know that you're at that stall point. So I'm gonna pull it up and get it wrapped. I already got some tinfoil down there. Let me show you. Boop. Got two, this is the extra wide tinfoil. I'm gonna do 2 layers. Shiny side out, because that's what we do. Let's get this brisket off. I'm gonna grab my fireproof gloves. That's what you want to call them. Brisket's pretty hot, and trying to take that off with like tongs or something like that be kind of dangerous. So I would say you should invest in some good barbecue gloves. Let's get her. Yeah, you're looking good. I can tell you the fat's rendering down pretty good just from the way it's breaking down from when I grabbed it. Let me bring it on down here and let me show you the next steps. So this is the way I do my wrap, and I kind of got it from a barbecue guy named Harry Sue. You can check him out on YouTube if you don't know who he is. Guy's like won multiple championships, competition barbecue. And this is his method that I'm going to use today. You kind of get over there, double it in half, kind of like a big taco, and that allows you to get more real estate. I think that's the best way to put it. What you want to do now, get it covered up. You want to start folding these sides over. You're gonna crimp it up really good. I'm gonna come over here on the other side and do the same thing. You want to keep all the juices inside, and you want to get this wrapped up as tight as possible because you want it to be tight. You don't want it to really be steaming in there, so you want it to be as tight as you can, and you leave a little pocket here in the end. See, it's kind of like a big hot pocket. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. So we left this end open. Here's the rest of the Kosmo brisket mop. That's about half the bottle. It's all going in. Whoop. Pull that up. Let it all get down in there. I can like literally hear it trickling down. So now we're gonna do on this side. Just wrap that up nice and tight. Now, just going back on the pit. Get my temperature probe back in there. Ooh, that's hot. I said, whoop. I don't know why I do that, I just do. I'm gonna let it roll to about, I'll start checking about 200 degrees. And next time we see each other on this video, I'll be slicing it. Because once I pull it off, I'm gonna let it cool for like an hour or two. So we'll see you then. I think I should have let it. I think I should have let it sit a little longer. It did rest for about an hour and a half, but I can tell with the way the rub's coming off, it's not the way I'd like to do it. The longer it rests, the rub seems to stick on a lot better than it does, in my opinion. But I think it turned out pretty good. It's a prime brisket. Like butter. I mean, not my first rodeo. But, you know, what it comes down to is the taste.
Tastes amazing. Definitely give that Kosmo Q brisket mop a try, man. It's good. I can taste it. Man, super happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I mean, wow, great bark, great smoke. Super happy the way it turned out. So give this a shot. Give this a shot. As always, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one. Later.